the threat of technology, as you put it, for us is really scary, and some of it is people just don't know exactly what it means. But I think they do know their jobs are at risk, and we have a large chunk of our population. These are adults who are left behind from an educational standpoint. So the catching up is very complicated.
The issue for that came out of the work that Ann and I did was that the real distress that's happening to working class people in America, especially white, less educated working class people, is because jobs have gone away. And, you could supplement that by saying, and if you're a Silicon Valley extremist, you think all jobs are going to go away. And I would agree with that. If we're in a world where all jobs have gone away, no one has to work anymore, then we need to share out, the money that the robots are making. But that's not the world we live in. So I think the productive thing to do is to think very hard about how we can help encourage job formation. And job formation not just for people who are very highly educated, but for everybody. And I think that requires thinking hard about robots, thinking hard about automation, what sort of automation we want to encourage, what sort of automation we don't. In the US, there's huge tax incentive for employers to install robots, which is nuts, when actually what we want is job. The other thing that's happened, and it came up a little in some of your questions, is we have somehow sanctified this BA, non-BA line. So we've created this divided society with a third of the people who belong to this educated elite and the 2/3 who don't, who are being turned into a sort of ignored class without political clout, without prospects, with poor schools for their kids, all the rest of it. And I don't think it has to be like that. I think we have to find, and especially for Brazil, you've got to, or a country like Brazil, you've got to find a range of jobs with respect and esteem, which don't necessarily involve becoming, a mathematician or an economist or a computer programmer or something. There's a whole range of intermediate jobs, which should be good jobs and which used to be good jobs. And I think we're hastening the demise of those jobs. I think countries like Germany and Holland do better with this. They make much heavier use of apprenticeships. They expect people to retrain. I mean, one of the trouble with putting people into apprenticeships is they might have a job tomorrow, but no job 20 years from now. So there's got to be a mechanism that retrains people along the way. And you have to spend a lot of money on that, but it's worth it, I think.